Hey, what's going on, everyone? So I have some interesting news about my channel, some positive news, and some news that's just like annoying, but at least I have some closure. So the first thing I want to talk about is I've mentioned before that I'm starting a new podcast called The N-Word Club with Tom Sweeney. Y'all know who Tom Sweeney is if you've been watching this channel for quite some time. Finally, it's been delayed a bunch, but we have the first episode recorded. And if everything goes well this weekend, the first episode will drop on Monday. It's a video podcast, so, you should probably hit the notification bell so you can see that. But it'll also be available everywhere else, Spotify, iTunes, and whatnot. So just look out for that. It's going to be pretty cool. Still working out all the kinks, but I still think it'll be a good time. Now, putting the new podcast on this channel may not be the smartest thing because of what I'm about to talk about, because I've been complaining about my channel, and tons of other YouTubers have as well, about their channel declining, their channel dying, all these different things happening, and never having definitive answers. I think the only time you can really get answers is if you're like such a high and prioritized YouTuber to where they'll actually communicate with you. I've tried multiple times to talk about how come every time I upload a video, I lose a ton of subscribers. The video will be upvoted and received very well. Everybody's like, oh, cool, this, that. And then a bunch of people are dropping off. And then people will tell me, hey, I was unsubscribed from your channel. That's really weird. I had to resubscribe. It kept happening. And I would ask them and they would give me different excuses. They would say, oh, we're just getting rid of bots or something. And I would say, that's not true. Anytime you guys are cleaning bots from the website, you announce it. And it's accepted at that point. This happens at very random times. And then they'll give me a different thing. Oh, well, school time and people are just busy and they're not watching your stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why are they unsubscribing if they're busy? Just give me all these different answers and stuff. And then on top of that, there was all these features on my main channel that were never available to me, but they were available to other people. They're available to my second and third channel. I have a second channel called Black Chad. I have a music channel called Derek Blackman. And there's all these features that my main channel did not have access to. Like, say, if you look on some people's channel, you'll see the super thanks. It's like, hell, you like this video, give them a tip or something. You have a merch shelf where under the video, you can display your merch and stuff. I can't do that on my main channel. However, on my channel that has like 20,000 subscribers, I think both of them do, I can display my merch. I've asked about this stuff. Like, hey, and they're like, oh, we're just rolling it out slowly to everybody. And I'd say, why is it not available to my channel that's been around for years and has, hundreds of thousands of subscribers? And I would just get a bunch of BS. So after a while, I just gave up. I just stopped caring because things were just getting worse. More features were, being unrolled and I still wasn't having access to them. And then my channel was declining even more. And it made me post less because, right? If your channel has problems, you don't feel that motivated to create as much. So I was also contributing to my own demise by posting way less. So it's kind of like, a relationship, just you're both tanking together. Anyway, so recently I discovered that there's a chat now because before the only way you were able to reach them was by creator support or just the regular YouTube one. Like you would have creator support if you're over 100,000 subs, and they would get back to you a lot faster. It was like one of the perks. Now they have like a little chat thing that I've never seen before. I just never realized when they implemented it. And at first I thought I was chatting with a bot, but this person said that, hey, I need to escalate your situation of the stuff you're asking me about your subscribers and about the stuff not being available. Because she checked my account and the stuff that should be available was not. It didn't say I was ineligible, so she didn't understand what happened. So a day later, she got back to me and these people explained to me. Now, some of the stuff made sense and some of the other things were a little dumb. When it comes to the stuff not available for my channel, the reason is because I have too many yellow dollar signs on my YouTube account. Like, I knew that's like, okay, when you're branded non-advertiser friendly, you don't get good ads. But they never say, it doesn't say anywhere, or they never said anywhere, as far as I'm concerned. And obviously, they would have told me right away if they knew this, or if it was like an open thing, that if you have too many yellow dollar signs, non-advertiser friendly, like, you're gonna be demonetized, essentially, your videos, that you don't have access to basic stuff like my merch shelf and other little things like that. And it blew my mind. I was like, what? So you're telling me because of all these things, and look, this is stupid, because all of those yellow signs are from when the adpocalypse first happened, when they were being crazy and everything was just getting demonetized. Everything was not advertiser friendly. Like, say, you're going to get limited or no ads. So it was just a wave of this stuff. And then as things changed over the years, as, people stopped caring as much, because no one cared before, it was just, PR stuff. Now the way that they do their system, 99.9% of the videos that I put on my channel in the past year or more are all green. The system is completely different. So it's kind of BS that my channel is suffering from this old system that has been completely changed. And I was just like, wow, I had no idea. If I would have known this, I would have taken action. I would have seen if I can review them again or something, because things are different. Or something that I'm going to try now, which I think is just a lot easier, is just yeet a bunch of those videos out of existence. A lot of the old stuff, a lot of the old videos that I don't care about anymore, I'm just going to delete them. And I'm going to see if it has any positive effect on my channel. If there is a lot of these yellows gone, will it reflect positively, and then I can have access to these other things? I don't know, but here's the thing. I might as well try, right? Because I don't care if a lot of these videos are gone. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of videos on my channel I simply just have not cared about for a long time. I just think that, like, they served their purpose at the time, and I don't care if they're here anymore. So I am going to, over the weekend, if I have time, just yeet a bunch of videos. Keep the ones that I do care about, the ones that I find, most enjoyable, and some that I think people would still get some value out of, get some laughs out of and stuff like that. But a lot of other stuff that I just don't care about, it's just gone. And I'll see if it has any change. Now, as far as the subscriber thing, about that falling off, they have not given me a definitive answer. All they did was just give me a graph of some very recent stuff about reflecting on my channel, which I'm like, as I explained before, because I don't post that much, of course things are falling off. That makes sense. But this was in the height of my things. I gave them a graph and showed them that I hit 420,000 subscribers in 3 different times in a few months. And saying, like, could you explain this to me? That my channel is skyrocketing subscribers, but also plummeting subscribers at the same time? Like, there's an issue here. And none of my videos at that time were just, like, negatively downvoted to hell. Like, say, a bunch of people are hating this stuff and they're unsubbing. Like, I put out a video, right, say, around the election. I lost a lot of subscribers because there was a lot of salty people, right? Like, that makes sense to me. Everything else, though, it's just been positive stuff, but it was just plummeting. And then people were saying, hey, I'm unsubscribed. Why? They didn't give me that answer. Still annoyed by that. I don't think they're going to give me an answer about that, but at least I know why certain features that should have been available on my channel aren't available. It's simply because there's too much yellow, which is BS, because that's supposed to just affect the monetization and not the perks to sell your merch or have other people give you donations or whatever. It affects everything. So now I know, and if any of you YouTubers watching this didn't know before, now you know too. So you may want to look into that too if your channel has been completely, in the yellow. A lot of it's been in the yellow and you never did anything about it. Maybe you want to do something about it. Maybe it'll have an effect. But that's it, guys. I just want to put this out. I'm going to have the N-Word Club podcast drop, and I'm also going to have Twitter Trash out pretty soon. I can't wait for the next Twitter Trash. There's been a lot of crazy stuff happening on Twitter. But anyway, enjoy your guys' weekend, and I'll see you very soon.